Hello everyone. In one of the earlier videos, I had discussed a topic on marginal analysis. This is common for both ACCA performance management paper and for CMA Part 2, where I had discussed a topic called as sell as it is or process further. Today, in this video, I will be solving multiple choice questions on this topic. A company produces, as I had told you, just giving you a rewind, link I will also post in the video of sale value or profit in the comment section, that the decision of whether to sell or process further is based on incremental profit, which is always incremental revenue minus incremental cost. A company produces three products, B40, J60 and H102 from a single process. So company produces three products, B40, J60 or H102 from a single process. Company uses the physical volume method to allocate joint cost of 22,500 per batch to the products. So company uses the physical units method, number of units produced, to allocate joint cost. Based on the following information, which products should the company continue to process after the split off in order to maximize profit? Now, before I read, what is joint cost here? The cost incurred to make one unit into multiple products, one common input into multiple products. It is always a sunk cost for decision making. So it is irrelevant. Physical units produced per batch, B40, 1500, J60, 2000, H102, 3200. Sale value per unit at split off. For B40, I have $10, J60, I have $4, and H102, I have $7.25. Cost per unit of further processing after split off. Further processing cost 3.05, 1 and 2.50. Sale value per unit after further processing 12.25, 5.70 and 9.75. They are asking which products the company should process further to maximize profit. As I told you, we will only process those products further where incremental revenue is more than incremental cost. So let's look at product B40 first. What is the extra revenue, incremental revenue that I will get by processing this further? So final sale value is 12.25. That means after further processing, final sale value will be 12.25. If I would have sold it at split off only, it would have given me $10. Final sale value is 12.25. If I would have sold it at split off only, it would have given me $10. So extra I am getting per unit by processing this product further is 2.25. Again, understand, final sale value that I am getting after further processing of the product is 12.25. If I would have sold this product at split off, I would have got $10. So how much extra I got because I processed further? 12.25 minus 10, that is $2.25 per unit. What is the extra processing cost? 3.05. So extra revenue that I am getting is 2.25 and extra cost that I am incurring is 3.05. I should not process this product further because I will incur a loss. The extra revenue I am getting is less than extra cost. Let's look at J60. The final sale value that I am getting is 5.70. This is the final sale value that I am getting. Sale value per unit at split off. This I would have got if I would have sold the product at split off. So what is the extra revenue I'm getting? 5.70 minus $4.4. So I'm getting extra $1.70 per unit that I process further. And what is the extra processing cost? $1. So extra revenue I'm getting $1.70. Extra cost I'm incurring is $1. This should be processed further because I will make 70 cents extra per unit processed. H102. Final selling price per unit is 9.75. Selling price per unit at split off 7.25. So how much extra I am getting? 9.75 minus 7.25. So I am getting an extra exactly $2.5. I am getting extra exactly $2.5 and my cost is also $2.5. I had told you guys. If no, I'm telling you again. If the incremental profit is zero, generally you are not going to process it further unless it gives some other benefits. Maybe it is a complementary good like Gillette and razor and blade, sorry, where the main money is made from blades, not from razor. That is not the case. Incremental profit is zero for H102. I will not process it further. So I will only process J60 further because I am getting extra money, 70 cents per unit processed. A corporation manufactures two products that are considered joint products. So there is a company and they make two products that are considered joint products. Common cost. Let me just copy paste this question in the word. So a company makes two products that is considered joint products. Common cost means joint cost. Common cost of $350,000 allocated using the physical measures method, means physical unit method, gave you 15,000 units of product A and 20,000 units of product B. Now, joint cost, as I have told you, in a decision of sell or process further, is always a sunk cost because it was incurred in the past and it has no relevance to future decision making. So, product B incurs 50,000 units of direct cost and sells for $15. Direct cost means incremental cost, which can be directly traced to the unit. So product B incurs $50,000 of direct cost and then it sells for 15. The corporation has the option of processing B further. The action would increase the product's direct cost by 35,000 and would increase the unit selling price to 17. If the product is processed further, the income will. Understand. Right now, the company product B, because we are only talking about product B here. So right now, product B, I have 20,000 units. I have 20,000 units of product B. I am incurring direct selling cost to sell this 20,000 units. How much? $50,000. This is the direct selling cost I am incurring to sell this product. And then it is selling for $15 a unit. So selling price per unit at split off. Only then, after I have incurred the direct selling cost, is it selling at split off for $15. So this becomes your selling price per unit at split off. Now read from here. The corporation has the option of processing product B further. Now comes the option that I have the option, I can process this product further. This action would increase the product's direct cost by $35,000. So that means further processing cost or incremental processing cost is $35,000 because they are telling it will increase it by $35,000 and would increase the unit selling price to $17. So my selling price will also increase. From 15, it will become 17. Now they are asking if I decide to further process, what will happen to the income? First of all, at split off, I was getting $15 and this was after incurring a selling cost of 50. So I will not consider that because that was part of 50. To sell at 15, I was incurring 50. So extra revenue that I am getting, incremental revenue, I can say it is final selling price 17 minus incremental selling price 15. This is on each units. And how many units I have? 20,000. 20,000. So I will get 17 minus 15 into 20,000. That is total $2 for each unit, total $40,000. What is my incremental further processing cost? This is given. My cost will increase by $35,000. So what will be my profit status? My profit will actually increase by $5,000. First of all, should I process this product further? Yes, because my profit is increasing by $5,000. So understand these are very simple questions in marginal analysis, sell or process further, where the decision is only based on relevant cost, only on relevant cost and relevant revenue. So it is incremental profit less incremental processing cost. If the profit is positive figure, I should process it further. If it is a negative figure, I should not process it further. If it is zero also, generally I should not process it further unless it is a complementary product. In a joint manufacturing process, so in a joint manufacturing process, all the joint cost incurred prior to a decision. So in the joint manufacturing process, all the joint cost that has been incurred prior to a decision as to whether to process the products after the split off point should be viewed as what? These are sunk costs. All the joint cost incurred in making that input into multiple outputs is always a sunk cost because it was incurred in the past and it should not affect your future decision making. A circuit, okay. Again, I should copy this question in Word and then solve it so you can also follow. A circuit board company conducts a joint manufacturing process. So there is a circuit board company and they conduct a joint manufacturing process. What do they produce? 10,000 units of board A and 10,000 units of board B. The total joint variable manufacturing cost to produce these two products is 20 lakh dollars. So this is the joint cost, sunk cost, irrelevant to decision making. The company can sell all 10,000 units of board B at the split off point. So company has an option. It can sell all the 10,000 units of board B at the split off point only. And what will they charge? $300 per unit. Or they have an option. They can process board B further and sell all the 10,000 units at $375 per unit. Total additional cost to process board B further would be $5 lakh, and all additional cost would be variable. If the company decides to process B further, what would be the decision on operating income? See. First of all, they are producing 10,000 units of board A and 10,000 units of board B through a common manufacturing process. Joint cost is given in the question, $2 lakh. Joint cost, as I taught you in that also in the discussion on the topic, it's always a sunk cost. Company can sell, now we are talking only about board B. How many units I have? 10,000. So company can sell all 10,000 units of board B at the split off point for $300. So this is the selling price at split off per unit. Or process board B further and sell all 10,000 units at $375 per unit. So this is my final selling price per unit after further processing. Additional cost to process will be $5 lakh, and all additional costs are variable. Anyways, it's incremental. If the company decides to process board B, what would be the effect on income? So what is the selling price per unit at split off? $300. After further processing, what is the final selling price per unit? $375. So what is incremental or extra revenue per unit? 75. So total extra revenue, on one unit, 75. 10,000 units, 10,000 into 75, $7,50,000. Incremental processing cost is given, $5 lakh. So what is the incremental profit that I get as a result of this? I will make extra $2,50,000. My profit or operating profit will increase by $2,50,000. I should process this further. The questions in this are very, very simple. One of the rare, actually marginal analysis in itself is very, very easy. If you can just understand the concept. The concept of sell or process further is we will always sell at split off or process further depending on incremental profit. And incremental profit is incremental revenue minus incremental cost. We never go backwards, sunk cost, joint cost. We ignore that. Last question for the day. A firm manufactured 40,000 gallons of mononet and 60,000 gallons of Berasil in a joint manufacturing process. So they are making mononet something, 40,000 gallons, and Beresyl something 60,000 gallons. Incurring $250,000 of joint cost. As discussed, joint cost is always a sunk cost. Firm allocates joint cost based on the physical volume, physical units produced. Mononet and Beresyl can each be sold at the split-off point in a semi-finished state or alternatively processed further. They have also given the additional data. Selling price per unit, per gallon at split-off. For Mononet, it's 7. For Beresyl, it's 15. Sales price per gallon if processed further. For Mononet, it's $10. For Beresyl, it's $18. Variable production cost, that is incremental cost if processed further. For Mononet, $1,25,000. For Beresyl, $1,15,000. An assistant in the firm's cost accounting department was overheard saying that when both joint and separable costs are considered, the firm has no business processing either product beyond the split-off point. The extra revenue is simply not worth the effort. So there is an assistant in the cost department. He was overheard saying that if you consider all the cost involved, company should not process any of the products further. Now, what do you recommend? We will recommend based on the decision of incremental profit. So for Mononet, selling price per gallon, that is final selling price, first product, Mononet, selling price, final selling price, 10, selling price per unit at split off, 7, how much extra I am getting, 3, and how many units I have produced of Mononet gallons, 40,000. So I'm getting $3 per gallon extra. So for 40,000 gallons, I will get $1,20,000 extra. Final selling price is $10. Selling price per unit at split off is $7. So I'm getting $3 extra per gallon and total 40,000 gallons. So I'm getting $1,20,000 extra. And what is incremental processing cost? $1,25,000. Cost is higher than the revenue. I should not process it further. Come to Beresyl. Selling price per gallon if processed further, 18. Selling price per unit at split off. So total again I'm getting $3 per gallon extra. And how many gallons are there? 60,000. So total I'm getting $1,80,000 extra. Final selling price is $18. At split off, it is $15. So I'm getting $3 extra per gallon of Beresyl and 60,000 gallons. So total I'm making $1,80,000 extra. And the incremental processing cost is $1,15,000. So I'm making more than my revenue is more than cost. It's 1,80,000 and cost is only 1,15,000. So my profit will increase by 65. So I should process Beresyl further while I should sell Mononet at split off. Option A, sell Mononet at split off and process Beresyl further. This is the decision. Now, as I keep on telling you guys that focus on concepts. CMA exam test your concepts very, very thoroughly. Same with ACCA. Concept is very important. And next, solve as many questions as possible, because when you solve more questions, you will get the required grip over the concept. And your time taken per question will also reduce. Already paper 1 is very, paper 2 or paper 1, generally 100 MCQs, 180 minutes. You have to solve every question very quickly. And that can only be done when you have practiced enough. So that will be it from my side for this session. If any one of you are interested in CMA lectures live, not recorded of course, then you can WhatsApp me on my number or drop me a text on LinkedIn, DM on LinkedIn. Thank you for your time, everyone. Have a good day.